Hi Soul Family, welcome back to the channel. This is the White Feather Tarot, and in today's reading we're doing what is your shadow and how to heal it. And to do this reading we are going to be picking out 3 piles together. And so for pile number 1 and 2 is up here as well. For 1 we have strawberry. For pile number 2, we have the sickle. And for pile number 3, we have the seed. So take a look at which one of these 3 piles you're the most drawn to. And that's probably the pile for you here today. If you feel drawn to more than one pile, then it perhaps means that there are more of your shadow aspects that you may want to take a look at. So always trust your intuition. And as always, you'll find the timestamps down in the description box. Click on your times and I'll see you in your readings. Hey Soul Family, if you love the shuffling and the card picking process, I left this section specifically for you so we can do that together. I personally love this process very much. And so if you are interested in any of the decks that I use in this reading, you'll always find their names down in the description box. Okay, so now let's shuffle with intention. What is your shadow and how can you heal it, please? What is your shadow and how can you heal it? Okay, so 1, 2, and 3. Let's shuffle your tarot cards. So what is your shadow and how can you heal it? What advice does Spirit have for you? What is your shadow and how can you heal it? Okay. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Great. So the pile selection is ready. Let's now take your piles and put them in a neat way. Lovely. So pile number 1 is ready. Now for pile number 2. Lovely. Pile number 2 is also ready. And pile number 3 is ready. Wonderful. So thank you guys for sticking around and watching this pile selection process, a pile preparation process, and I believe we are now ready for your reading. Hi pile number 1. So you've picked the strawberry. So let's take a look at your cards and get an understanding of what your shadow is, as we can see here in this reading, and how to heal it. So this is your oracle card here. All right, that's how it looks like. Let's put it here for now and see how it goes along with the rest of the cards. And you have strawberry, of course. you have the 5 of Cups, the Ace of Cups, the 8 of Pentacles, the King of Swords, and the 6 of Swords. Now the 5 of Cups is really calling out to me, as well, of course, as the 6 of Swords in this reading. So pile number 1, what I'm seeing here in your reading is the fear of abandonment. You do see with the 5 of Cups here, someone saying their last goodbye. So in your shadow, perhaps there was some sort of abandonment to your inner child. And so you have a lot of empathy for that. And so from your point of view, subconsciously, you never want to abandon people because you feel their pain and you don't want to do that to them. And so with the 8 of Pentacles in specific, you do see where you need to put your work in if you want. It shows that, do you see how someone is taking control of someone by promising them a lot of strawberries? And it's really interesting how you picked strawberries. Now this is signifying something very big. And it's showing that what you want is always outside of the exact thing that you are afraid to do. If you wait for the strawberries, or as known as AKA the attention that you want from others, they will not give it to you. And you see here that they will control you with it here, with the 8 of Pentacles. But if you do stand up for yourself, not allow others to make things go their way, out of a fear of being abandoned, because it's an old wound. If you control this wound and not let your inner child dictate where you go, this way you grow out of your fear. And on the outside, when you don't let someone do that with you, and you take control of that, rather than allow others to dictate how the connection should go, in accordance to what you need here, another thing happens. You show your strength, and then you get to really keep the real people in your life. Pile number 1. And not only that, you free yourself finally, and you slowly move away from this painful energy of constantly being threatened by what others are going to do. If they're going to abandon you or leave or be disappointed, let them be. Hold on to that thought, because you can't control it. Pile number 1. You can control any thought that you have, and that's why you have the King of Swords here. You are capable of changing the narrative and how you think about things in your mind. And your inner child has a need. And so if we're not able to discipline our inner child with giving it its need the right way, it will always move us in a way that it's harmful to it, because it will get abandoned even more and harmful to us. And so slowly but surely we teach our inner child, we mother our inner child by tough love. We push it away from what's not right, because this way we really get what we want on the outside. We find people who respect us for who we are, when we stand up for ourselves, we let the ones who want to get disappointed, and we feel the feeling and we let it go anyway. We feel the feeling and we slowly push it out. We discipline ourselves, and this way we build a muscle. Slowly but surely we move away from this feeling. Pile number 1. With the King of Swords appearing here, you have the ability to rewrite the narrative. You can start talking to yourself in a different way. Instead of, well, what are they going to think? Well, they might not like me anymore, or they might leave, or whatever it is that the inner child is saying. You can change that narrative now by parenting this sweet inner child and saying, I will stand my ground. I will not allow people to treat me this way. If they want to be disappointed, this is who I am. And I will change for me, and I will be the best version of myself for me. And if I'm not there yet, if they want to be disappointed, it is their issue to deal with. I will take my pace, and I will take care of my inner child and take the time to get to the point where I need to in my time. And whoever wants to stick around during that time, that's wonderful. And whoever doesn't, it's their choice. I will be taking care of me now. So feel the feeling and do the right thing anyway. And that's courage. With courage, it doesn't mean that one is not afraid. Courage means that you feel the fear and you do what needs to be done anyway. This way you build this muscle, and you never allow anyone to sway you off left and right because of this inner child's need. And not only that, you will also be moving away and growing from this inner child energy, growing your inner child, healing your inner child with you, teaching it how it's taken and how it's done, and how everything that it wants is outside this quick gratification, this instant gratification. Pile number 1. It stings in the beginning, but it will prove to be a huge transformational phase for you. And so taking the burden of the sting, letting it sting, letting it hurt, allowing yourself to gracefully go through that, pushing away these fears, pushing away these thoughts, pushing away these needs, is key for this transformational process. You'll find yourself growing stronger and no longer letting anyone dictate how the connection works when it's not in your best interest as well. Pile number 1. You'll no longer here be controlled by how you feel. Okay, so let's pick out more cards and find out more advice from Spirit on how you can heal. Pile number 1. So how can pile number 1 heal their shadow? How can pile number 1 heal their shadow, please? So pile number 1, you have the 9 of Wands. Yes, that's standing with courage and confidence, doing the right thing despite how much it burns. Despite, do you see? It's like it's burning its fins. Is it called? Yeah, fins. So despite the fact that it's burning its fins, this person is standing there, setting their territory, making sure that they do the right thing for them, protecting their home or protecting what it is that is important to them. So you have the 9 of Wands. Temperance, of course. The 4 of Wands. Exactly what the strawberries here are signifying, and that's why it's Yes, it's laying right under this 8 of Pentacles. You have the 8 of Wands and the Fool. And it's right in conjunction with the 6 of Swords. Again, signifying that you'll be moving away from this energy and giving yourself a new beginning. Do you see how in the beginning of your cards, with the solution here, this mermaid's fish is being burnt because this person is learning to set boundaries. And towards the end of their journey, they now have their own 2 legs to stand on. They're no longer drowning and they're going out to walk alone, independently on land. Pile number 1. And that's exactly the message here that I'm seeing from Spirit. That it burns in the beginning. It stings and burns. It's not easy because your inner child is calling out for a home. It's calling out for something. And it believes that the fastest way to do it is to keep ourselves chained to what others want from us, to keep it. But ironically, we don't take it. And the real way to get our strawberries, or exactly what we need, or what our inner child needs here, is to let it sting and to set our boundaries. This way, with the Temperance, we heal ourselves, because Temperance is all about healing and balancing. And as we heal and balance, one of two things happen. First of all, we start feeling more independent. We start claiming our power, healing our inner child and feeling stronger. But also another significant thing happens, and that is we find that when we set our boundaries properly, more people are forced to also give us back, just as we give them. Then we get our strawberry. No one is there to control us anymore. Whoever is there for you, and whoever doesn't want to be there shouldn't be there in the first place. Pile number 1. You'll find that as you go through this process with the 8 of Wands, it's just like the volcano here. You'll be healing yourself quicker than you think, because the 8 of Wands is all about velocity. And specifically in this card, you do see a volcano erupt. Nothing could be quicker than that. In a split of a second, everything that was inside, hurting our inside, is now out into the light, healing quickly. And we feel our independence finally. And that old part of us that kept us in our place and kept us scared for a very long time, this part of us finally dies. And a new person, a stronger person, and more independent person is born. Pile number 1. Another thing that I'm seeing, pile number 1, with the Temperance card, do you see how she's so in the moment? She's so focused on how to make that certain chemical reaction that she's focused on, making sure she gets the right measurements, she puts the right ingredients and so on. What will that chemical reaction do? What will she do with all of this power that she's working on? That's not what she's focused on in the moment. She's focused on making sure that the chemical reaction goes right. What she's working on goes precisely right. And so what I'm seeing here as a message is to not do things waiting for someone to call you back or waiting for the result from them, because again here you'd be unconsciously falling back into the very same thing that puts you in this pain that you're trying to heal and kill. And so always do what you're doing, putting these boundaries for you, not waiting for anyone to revise themselves and come back and apologize. If they do, that's wonderful, but you're setting the boundaries for you. If they come back, that's wonderful. If they don't, you're doing the right thing for you. You're healing your inner child. You're becoming a stronger, more independent person. So pile number 1, that was your reading. I hope you've enjoyed it. And if you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. Don't forget to click on your notification bell, and I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number 2. So you have chosen the Sickle. So let's take a look at your cards and find out exactly what your shadow is and how to heal it. So this is how your oracle card looks like. Okay. It's like you're trying to manifest something with the sickle here and this octopus. Trying to get something, attract something. Okay. So we're going to keep this here and the sickle as well. And take a look at your cards. So you have the 9 of Wands. The 5 of Pentacles. The Fool. Okay. Justice. And you have the Star. In your shadow, pile number 2, I see hopes and dreams. I see many things that you want to achieve. But with the 5 of Pentacles, I do see a lack, meaning that you may have in your shadow the idea that you're not capable of reaching these dreams, that they may perhaps be too big for you, that you can't harvest them, that they cannot be yours. It's like part of you doesn't believe it here, pile number 2. With the Justice card appearing in your reading, there is a great sense of unfairness. Maybe you've tried to pursue your dreams several times and you've started off, you've had the confidence. With the 9 of Wands, you may have a lot of confidence, you may have unique skills, you may have a lot of power, you know that you're a unique person, and you start off trying and you feel a lot of injustice because perhaps you feel like the world hasn't given you this opportunity, or people haven't given you this opportunity, that someone has taken, or some people have taken this opportunity from you, and that you were supposed to be in a much, much better place living this dream that you're not living. That is very evident in your shadow, pile number 2. I feel for you. I almost feel the anger in your heart doing this reading for you. You may also feel a sense of people have winning over you. Also in your shadow, pile number 2, in this specific area, I do see a great sense of fear here. Fear of perhaps failing. And that also is in your shadow. You might be a little bit afraid of seeing yourself as having failed, or others seeing you as having failed. And so this hinders you a lot of the times from even starting something or pursuing something, because a lot of the times, pile number 2, you have this perceived notion that it's not going to work anyway, that is going to be unfair, that you can't reach your dreams, that why try when it's not going to work? Why try when You may not be exactly fit for this position or exactly fit for this business that you want to start or this skill that you want to have. And so there's a lot of lack thoughts here and fears of failure in your shadow. Pile number 2, that is preventing you at the end of the day from achieving your dreams. And seeing that all these ideas are in your shadow, we do understand that these ideas aren't really true. They're a result of past experiences, maybe even past traumas or past voices that have been passed on to you from others that didn't know much better. Pile number 2. But at the end of the day, it's the 5 of Pentacles. And with the 5 of Pentacles, we understand that if we have an idea of lacking something, that we can't achieve something, that we're afraid of failing, these are all ideas that are not true. Because the 5 of Pentacles always shows us that the key is in our hands, that we can always do something about it. And the idea of ultimatum, that it can't happen, that it's going to be unfair, that why start because dreams aren't going to happen to you, that kind of ultimatum is really not true. The idea of ultimatum prevents us from reaching our dreams and doing the things that we want. So I'm going to now pick up your tarot cards, and I'm going to get more information from Spirit on how you can heal this shadow. Pile number 2. So how can pile number 2 heal this shadow, please? How can pile number 2 heal this shadow, please? Ooh. Let's go one more time. How can pile number 2 heal this shadow? So you have the 4 of Pentacles, the 10 of Cups, the Knight of Wands, the Tower, and you have the 6 of Wands with Victory, falling right in conjunction with the Star, making things happen for yourself and succeeding. And so to reach this success, this victory that you want, and to heal your shadow, pile number 2, you do see the process here which Spirit is guiding you towards. In fact, this process shows that you will be harvesting exactly what you're dreaming of. And so the first thing that I'm seeing here with this specific 4 of Pentacles, it's like you're keeping yourself away from the world. You do see here someone who is sitting bored in the moment and brushing her hair and letting herself live the moment. And while this is the same energy that I'm seeing in this specific 9 of Wands and the 4 of Pentacles, while that may be very healing and enjoying, I do see Spirit telling you that the first step to achieving your dreams is to realize that one must take themselves out of this comfort zone, that it's the end of this comfort zone. Now your dreams need this attention, this harvest of your dreams needs your attention, and that it's time for you to, with the 10 of Cups, believe fully in it. Put your heart and soul into having one thing in mind, and that is to achieve that one beautiful dream that's laying there in your shadow. It's time for it now to come out. And so that's going to happen by not only putting all of your heart in it and knowing 100% that you're going to achieve it, which is the opposite energy of the Five of Pentacles. Believing that you are going to get it, believing in the law of attraction, believing that when you put all of your energy into one thing, there is no doubt that you harvest this dream. There's no doubt ever. And so with the Ten of Cups is to rectify these thoughts that you get. Catch yourself whenever you get thoughts of, oh, I can't do it, someone's going to be unfair, no one's going to give it to me. These kind of thoughts. To catch yourself and change them into, I will get what I want. I deserve to get my dreams coming true. If it doesn't happen in one way, it's going to happen in another. So it's not the way that matters. It's not the way that decides whether I'm failing or not. It's the end result. And if I don't get it with one way, I'm going to get it in another way. And that failure is only feedback for me to do things right. It's not the end of the road. It's only one way that taught me something, and that I should spring back up because my dream is the most important thing to me. And to have that Ten of Cups mindset, loving your dream, falling in love with it, falling in love with the universe, living that dream, and make your heart push for it. Make your heart go after it, like a lover who's going after their dream person that they absolutely love and cannot imagine a minute without them. That's the sort of passion that you have. When you have passion towards something, you have it because you believe that you're going to live it. It's like you can't wait. It's a matter of time. And so you have that drive and you have that passion because you know that it's just a matter of time. When that idea of it's just a matter of time is not there, then nothing is going to take you out of this comfort zone. It's going to become a far away dream. But when you know that there is no such thing as failure, failure is only failure really when we haven't learned from it, and when we haven't taken the learning to do something else. When we've decided that we failed is really when we failed. But the only way, unfortunately, that we move towards our dreams quickly is the quicker we fail, believe it or not. The more we fail, the quicker we fail, the quicker we reach our dreams. It's the one thing that acts like a compass to help us understand what we're missing so that we can improve it. Which way we're misunderstanding and misguiding us so that we take the right way. And there are other misguiding beliefs like, oh, it's going to take me 10 years to do that. No, if you put your heart and soul, pile number 2, into something, it won't take you all this amount. Just make sure that you see your goal, that is the only thing that you can see now, and nothing, believe me, energetically nothing will stand in your way. And this way, pile number 2, you break down this tower of negative ideas and shadow ideas and false beliefs that stood in your way between you, this wonderful, skilled person, and your victory and your dreams, pile number 2. And this way, you finally achieve what it is that you're supposed to have. Look, pile number 2. In your reading, from the very beginning, we notice that you have the sickle, you have someone who's attracting something, and you won't believe me that even before the reading, when I held the deck, I said to myself, imagine if the sickle comes out. And it did. Talk about manifestation. So your reading is all magical from the very beginning. The fact that you will have your dreams come true is inevitable. You are going to have your dreams come true, and you will see it, pile number 2. All you need to do now is to finally take it out of your shadow and into your light. To start believing it, seeing it right in front of your eyes, knowing that it's going to happen. It's a matter of time, and that no failure in the world will ever stand in your way between you and that dream that you deserve and that is yours to claim and harvest. Pile number 2. So stand in your power, claim that power of yours, claim that dream back in your hands. Break down these towers of false beliefs that held you back for quite a while. And now it's your time to celebrate your victory and time for you to celebrate your success. Pile number 2. So all of the best of luck with that, my dear beautiful pile number 2. I know you're going to make it. And if you want any help with being productive, knowing how all the tips and tricks on how to become a productive person easily, all while enjoying it, you'll find my book down in the description box. You might want to check it out. So all the best of luck with that. I wish you all the dreams that you want to achieve in this lifetime to come true very soon for you, because you deserve it. Pile number 2, you're skilled, and all you need to do is to go out and get it for yourself. So pile number 2, that was your reading. I hope you've enjoyed it, and if you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. Don't forget to click on your notification bell, and I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number 3. So you have chosen the seed. So let's take a look at your cards and find out exactly what your shadow is and how to heal it. So this is how your oracle card looks like. Okay. I'm seeing pleasant energy here. Let's take a look at the rest of your cards. Let's put your seed here. All right, so pile number 3, you have the 2 of Swords, the Ace of Wands, you have the King of Pentacles, the 7 of Wands, and the 2 of Pentacles. So pile number 3, what I'm seeing is in your shadow here is your happy place. You having the happy place in your shadow means that you were a happy-go-lucky person by nature before something happened that put it in your shadow. Having the seed in your reading signifies that you've been holding off this happiness for a very long time. Felt like the world has punished you by taking something away from you, by taking your stability away from you with the King of Pentacles here. Stability is a big thing in your reading because you have the 2 of Swords, you trying to balance yourself, the King of Pentacles, all about being stable, perhaps even financially stable, or yes, feeling grounded. And the 2 of Pentacles, again, signifying that same energy, feeling unsafe, not feeling grounded and stable. And so for a very long time, this happiness of you was taken away from you the minute something dear was taken away from you. You do see here with the Ace of Wands, a beautiful girl holding close to her heart her dear salamander pet. Salamander pet, I think is what it's called. Salamander? Yeah, salamander pet. Signifying that you may have lost something very dear to you. A very painful experience took away your happiness, took away your safety and your stability for quite a long time. And seeing the seed here in your reading, you know, with the seed, there are some seeds that you plant and they can stay in the ground for years until the right circumstances happen, the right weather and the rain comes and the right weather comes and the right atmosphere happens, and then it starts sprouting. And so really I see here Spirit saying that now is the time for you to rise back to who you are, pile number 3, to go back to your happiness and to go back to that happy energy and happy person that you used to be, and to let the past in the past, forgive what happens by accepting it. And acceptance gives you power. It gives you that stability that you are looking for. Pile number 3. To understand also that sometimes loss is part of life. It might be hard to hear in the beginning, because in the beginning it looks like a grand punishment from life. But as life goes on, and as the seed grows, we start learning how much we've grown from this experience. How much we've learned to mature and to go about our lives, to do things better that we couldn't do on our own before. Perhaps this experience has taught you to be more independent, to appreciate things more, to understand more about life and human beings. It gave you a lot of feedback on how to live the next years of your life moving forward with happiness. And that now it's time for you to take yourself from this shadow energy, because it seems like, whether you know it or not, pile number 3, you really have healed a lot. You've grown a lot. And now it's time not to dwell into it, to accept it and to start moving on. There's a surprise element in your reading where I see here in your energy that the world shocked you somehow. It showed you its evil side at a time where you were very trusting. And so this shock took away this stability that you felt. Now in your shadow is this tendency to hold on to things and perhaps be a little bit afraid that you may lose something or the other, one person or the other. So let's see what Spirit has to say about your shadow, pile number 3, and how to heal it and how to finally be happy and go back to that beautiful energy that you always exuded, pile number 3. So what advice does Spirit have for pile number 3, please? What advice does Spirit have for pile number 3? Yeah, I'm feeling like you've really matured, pile number 3. You've really matured. Okay. So this is ready for us in case we need it. You have the 2 of Wands. Wow. 2 of Swords, 2 of Pentacles, 2 of Wands. But this time we're now taking a look at the solution. And in fact, the 2 of Wands is more of a determined energy, because with the 2 of Wands, you always see that a person is leaning towards one side than the other. They're no more going back and forth feeling unsure. So there's more assurance in this advice, in this card appearing in your advice. So you have the 4 of Wands, the 8 of Pentacles, the 2 of Swords. My goodness. and the Magician. So what I'm seeing here as your advice, pile number 3, is to start choosing to move away from this energy. It's all a matter of putting yourself here in the right mindset. With the Two of Wands, do you see here with the Two of Pentacles first, do you see how someone is playing out the events in their head over and over and over? It's non-stop. It's like perhaps you may have gotten yourself into victim mentality where you're reliving the experiences over and over and over, keeping you imbalanced, afraid, and sad. And so the Two of Wands energy here is signifying more powerful energy to take command of the way you think, take command of your own life, take it in your hands and start changing it. And that's where the seed is going to start arising. You are already a person who knows how to love life. You're a person full of life, full of love, full of sweet energy. And so the seed is there. It's now time for you to sprout it back by catching yourself here with the Two of Swords. Whenever you catch yourself reliving these experiences and these sad thoughts, now it's time to push against it, to push it away. Whenever you get a thought, push it away. And I see several things here. I see empowering yourself by starting to dream of what it is that you want your future to be like from now on. Instead of thinking of the past, now it's time to think of your beautiful picture, your beautiful future, and to manifest it with the Magician here. With this amount of energy that you have, you are by nature, pile number 3, a great magician and a great manifester. And so now you want to take this energy out of the past and onto visualizing how you want your future to be like. What do you want to start to do now? What are your interests? What are the things that spark your attention and take your heart? And to start doing the things that call to your heart. With the Four of Wands in conjunction with the Eight of Pentacles, it's now time to take care of yourself and your dreams, to see what it is that you love doing. How would your beautiful day look like? How would your life look like? To create a vision board of exactly everything that you want to manifest into your life. How would that vision board look like if you were to be happy, if you were to be stable and safe? And to create that vision board and to start pushing away any thoughts that would hinder this manifestation process for you. Pile number 3. All you need to do now, as I can see, is to take the power back, because now the seed appearing in your reading, it's time for this manifestation to sprout, to come into life. Now you're ready to let that happen, to live this beautiful life, to move away from the past and to go back to who you are. And so, as you can see, that's your biggest advice here. The Four of Wands and the Eight of Pentacles. Live your best life now. Imagine what you want now. Start taking little actions that make you happy like they used to. Maybe these little actions are as little things as wearing your favorite earrings again, even if you're not going out. To make your surrounding look nice and smell nice. To dress nicely. To write down your dreams. To cook your favorite meal. To wear your favorite pair of shoes. To start that healthy regimen that you want. Whatever it is that your heart is calling out for you to do, from the little things to the big things. I'm seeing focus on that. What used to call for your heart? meeting your friends, or is it going out hiking if possible? Can you do that small little vacation that you love? Can you do little things that will make your life more beautiful? But most importantly, focusing on the bigger picture. What actions can you really take today to move towards your dream? It's now time to revive this energy pile number 3. It's now the time to cut out these old thoughts, these old memories, to accept them and leave them where they belong. And that is in the past. Your future is bright, is full of your dreams, and you deserve to be happy. And your happiness starts now with the seed, pile number 3. So plant your dreams, plant your hopes, plant your wishes and your manifestations today, and start taking little actions every day. Because believe me, pile number 3, little by little, a little becomes a lot. So pile number 3, that was your reading. I hope you've enjoyed it. And if you want help with being productive and manifesting your dreams and getting all these tips and tricks on how to become productive while enjoying it, you'll find my productivity ebook down in the description box. You might be interested in checking it out. Apart from that, I wish you the best from my heart, and I wish you to manifest all your dreams soon, pile number 3. It was a pleasure doing your reading for you, and if you've enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. Don't forget to click on your notification bell, and I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye.